신발이 바래져도 backpacker 우리는 backpackers yeah we look like flipping up started from the bottom 싹 다 risk it all 거리 위로 날아발라 척대는 주먹으로 발진해지는 passion 이때만 발에 불은 붙어버리지 cushion beat down sipping 이게 나의 daily life 부는 눈들이 많아도 always get it right 시세 비싼 거리가 내 동네 아니든 밖에든 눈치 보는 건 나 yeah we the backpacker 지가방 안에 굳은 다짐이 the backpacker 우리는 backpackers yeah we the backpacker 내가 묻은 신발이 바래져도 backpacker 우리는 backpackers yeah
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Now the shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and the run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. How that shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and the run it. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit. Both friends in the distance, she on the class trying to get her ass, nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her, and I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm that nigga. If you was trying to settle down, get a fat nigga. White song, pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Think I'm like, she running up, she one of them. She pay a bill, she fuck it up. 50 seconds straight, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023, and I'm the only nigga coming down, yeah.
Can't stop till we all okay. Stupid.
Make your corn, show your corn. 오늘은 밤새 농사. Merci, so good. Taxi, 잡고. All let it go, let it all on. All let it go, let it all on. I go stupid dummy in the club like an idiot. I go stupid dummy like a
Stupid.
T-B-O-Y, B-B-N-O, dollar sign. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right. I am H-R-M, the Gen Z M&M. That's me, that's right, that's me, that's right, that's me, damn right. Baby, when it, boy, Jesus Christ, I bet on myself, I up my price, I kiss and I tell, I ain't got no type. 200K, got me jumping on stage, all white pants, he was whipping mayonnaise. She looking at me, she wanna tip-tip-tay. Shawty got a boyfriend, get out my face. I am H-R-M, the Gen Z M&M. Hey, bitch, born on smoky like endo. Freak through, never catch me in a friend zone. Catch real green cheese, pesto, eating her box like bento. I'm a memento, tech keep bustin' like Pepsi. Mentos fit all money, yeah, this ain't Kenzo. Hey, I'm the hit boy, dick long, money long, yes, I'm him, you spot. Bitch, I'm him. That's me, that's right. Bitch, I'm him.
谢谢桃园高中热舞社的精彩演出，掌声送给他们。
谢谢。Hello， 线上以及现场所有的乘客球迷朋友们，大家好，我是一博。
Hello， 大家好，我是元气 MC 若彤。
欢迎大家来到我们第2场主场的赛事。如果你们准备好，今晚跟我们一起捍卫主场，我要听到一个最大的尖叫声！
好的，没错，上一场呢，我们的飞行员打了一场非常漂亮的好球。今天让我们延续这股气势，继续拿下胜利吧。
对，在本季呢，我们重新制作形象影片之外，不知道大家有没有注意到我们的主视觉啊？是不是很像万花筒呢？如同 O 这个英文字母，象征着团队团结一心，彼此紧密的连结，互相照应，才可以创造出更精彩缤纷的画面。
没错，我们团结在一起，再拿下一局吧！也要邀请各位乘客感受一下我们主场的 Sky Party 的气氛，那开心享受比赛，也期待 Palace Crew 带的全新演出。
当然，本周末领航员还有东超主场的赛事，请大家不要错过了。
没错，在11月2号礼拜天呢，将对上来自菲律宾的劲旅马尼拉电器，精彩的国际对决，千万不能错过喽！那欢迎大家一起到桃园巨蛋为飞行部队加油哦！
一起来捍卫主场。好的，接下来呢，让我们欢迎来访客队台南台钢铃。
首先为大家介绍今日客队台南台钢猎鹰球员登录名单：1号王绿翔，2号张志豪，7号崇义人，8号李允杰，13号谢宗荣，15号林宇谦，18号盖比，23号陈范博彦 ，Number 29 Tobin Carberry 多比。先发5人名单 Starting 5，3号古毛维嘉 ，Number 4 Damon Beje Brooks 迪蒙，6号白萨，24号郭少杰 ，Number 35 Kenneth Farid 范寿仁，教练团体能教练郭涵博，助理教练 Sean Kilmartin、Chris O'Shea 邱品莲，总教练 Raul Corner， 总经理王成伟。
成长不是偶然，而是一次又一次，让胜利变得理所当然。
无缘建筑，他们办到了所有球队办不到的随时的联盟。
再来。
再来一次。
小心，我们离目标就快靠近 ，'cause we ready to fly, we fly into the sky, 一直到你们都会在 ，'cause we know what you're waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, oh oh oh. Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超级期待。
掌声谢谢 Pilots Crew。桃园璞园领航员球员名单。 水杯号5号威狼喷射机飞进你的心，欧文曾降刷。水杯号3号控球胜利军空中好声音，帅气小生陈立生。水杯号10号重新出发，坚持到底，领航小可爱李明威。水杯号13号禁区龙剑锋，空中飞龙谭杰龙。水杯号25号，你的护国神阵领航不倒翁林正。水杯号31号 ，Number 31，领航装甲车拦下堡垒 William Artino。水杯号12号，领航剑齿虎 Never Give Up， 篮球贵公子李佳卡。水杯号6号，关键杀手偏跳大师关到了没啦？关大佑。Starting Five 先发5人名单。水杯号1号 Number 1， 领航大门神篮板先知 Mustafa D. Andy。水杯号9号 Number 9， 冲破天际灌篮制造机 Zachary Milner Jr。水杯号30号控球魔术师神奇小白白耀成。水杯号21号 Number 21， 年度洋将博朗咖啡3分王 Alan Bro。接下来我要听到全场最大的尖叫声！让我们欢迎水杯号69号全程的希望狂野 MVP 野王69陆俊祥。
欧阳无人凯同时同理真，体能教练刘洪少，体能教练刘德杰，正确的中华队队教练曹伟杰，队教练陈世杰，队教练黄继峰，队教练是球员发总监杨怡峰，队教练卡梅尔，副领队黄少恩，副领队陈信安，欢迎。
to play.
Tonight, the Taoyuan Pauian pilots face the Tainan TSG Ghosthawks. The latter made the Season 5 playoffs, but were denied a chance to vie for the title. They'll be going up against the defending champion pilots, who we saw make their season debut on Sunday. One game in, and we watched a familiar script play out from last season. The pilots won the first game. They showed dominance, and even the previous and still three-time champion Braves are still trying to play catch-up. Anticipation after these two teams battled it out to Game 7 in the finals, and both winning their East Asia Super League opener were met with a business-like efficiency effort from the Orange. Especially newcomer Cedric Milner Jr. fit in just well, as he had the team-high 27 points. Former head coach Qiu Dazong and Cai Jingjing will be taking care of the Mandarin commentary track. I'm Ryan Chen. Thank you for tuning in to the English broadcast. 球迷朋友们，你找到了英文转播，要听中文的讲评，当然就按到中文转播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们 Plus 转播都要按赞。A first look at the off-season acquisitions for the Ghosthawks. Chen Pauian, a former Steeler, who Qiu Dazong was the coach of for 2 seasons, and Wang Luxiang, 2 years ago, member of the Steelers as well, and also picking up rookie Lin Chen, who's out of Blue Mountain College in the USA. On the import side, Tobin Carberry will be out for tonight's action, dealing with a hamstring discomfort, but headlining the Ghosthawks tonight is Kenneth Farid. We got a few words for him pre-game as he prepares to make his Plus League debut.
His Plus League debut is Kenneth Farid. Kenneth, we just got a couple of questions. Get this first game going. There's a lot of anticipation from the Taiwanese fans to watch you play in the Plus League. How are you feeling? Are you excited for the season to get going?
Yeah, I'm excited for the season to get going. I'm excited for basketball in general. I love playing the game. I love showcasing my talent, and I'm happy to be here with the Ghosthawks and able to do that and hopefully start this season today.
All right. The second question I have for you is, there's only 24 games in the regular season. How is the work you guys are putting in? Is the team chemistry building? Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah, I believe we're ready to go. We had enough time. I don't really need much to get acclimated to playing basketball with any team. I just come in and do my job, and I think that Coach Connor allows me to do that, and my teammates do too.
So reading Ken Farid's resume was the 2012 NBA All-Rookie First Team. Rookie of the Year was Kyrie Irving. And in 8 years in the NBA, he played 476 games, averaging 11.5 points and 8.1 rebounds. He's been playing overseas in international basketball for a little bit now, even including a stop in the CBA across the Taiwan Strait. On the other side, William Martino, who's performed well for his new club in the Pilots. Across one East Asia Super League game, and you're seeing the highlights from this past Sunday where the Pilots opened up against the Braves. 1 win, no losses to start the season. For the prior season, the Pilots elect to have an import rotation that included Jaron Jones and Julian Boyd. The latter, Jones, or the former Jones, I should say, stands at about 206 centimeters or 6'9", but William Martino will make it 2 7-footers in the Pilots rotation. They also have Travion Graham, but he's working off of a left knee injury.
For William Martino of the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots, Will, first question we have is, we've seen you play a couple of games now in the season. So far, been doing really good. You have energy out there. You seem to be getting along with your teammates. How do you feel you've been through 2 games so far in the basketball season?
I mean, I feel good about everything. Obviously, winning both games helps. So for me, my role is a little different than some other teams before. And so just to come in and try and fill whatever this team needs me to do. And obviously, as a player, you always feel you can be a little bit better in certain aspects. So there's always room to grow in, but most importantly, we've been winning, and so that's all we care about, and that's all this team cares about. So that's been it's been nice to be around.
To keep winning, you'll have to take on the Tainan TSG Ghosthawks with Kenneth Reed. Talk about the matchup with the Manimal, and talk about how you guys stack up against the team from Tainan.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's also another guy that has a lot of energy, and he's done it at the highest level. So it's exciting for us.
Among William Martino's stops here in Taiwan includes being a member of the Dreamers, the Lioneers, and last year we got to see him with the Macau Black Bears. So it's back-to-back seasons for William Martino participating in the East Asia Super League. As we see the 3 officials, it's Hong Yongyu and Lai Jianzhong and Zhang Weijun from left to right. For the Ghosthawks starters, Guo Shaojie next to Freed, next to Damon Brooks, the only import the Ghosthawks have kept, and number 3, Gumao Weijia, and Mongolia's Bai Sap. On the Pilot side, same look as Sunday, AMD, Alec Brown, Cedric Milner, Bai Yaotun, and Justin Lu Jingxiang. The Pilots will be debuting their white jerseys for this season for the first time. They wore orange in Heping Gymnasium, kind of a neutral / home game for them against the Ryukyu Golden Kings. And the Ghosthawks will be showing off their maroon kit. It is currently 7:07 local time here in Taoyuan, and we're just about ready to tip off. Reed at 6'8" stands in the jump circle with Alec Brown as the Pilots with the opening tip. Brown and Justin, a 2-man game on the left side. As the Ghosthawks snuff out that early action, Justin attacking downhill in some tight quarters. Time to see the Ghosthawks in action as a missed putback dunk by Fareed. We're still looking for our first score of the game. Cedric Milner, quick handoff to Justin. He tries from 3-point range. So with the import changes, Gumao Weijia might see a little bit more playing time as the starter. Last year, Brendan Frazier in 22 games was Raul Corner's #1 option at point guard, as that one clanks and will roll out of bounds. And not a bad option, as #3 Guma Weijia, in the 2 games that Frazier did not suit up for, #3 Guma had 12 and then 20 assists, a plus league record, surpassing Joseph Lin, who had 19, also at Hopi Gymnasium, home of the Braves. Floated up as Amdi can't get the putback. Damon Brooks putting it up, and another miss at the rim. And on the 3rd effort, Damon Brooks gets our scoring started tonight. Well, we've seen Kenneth Reed still show off the legs, especially in the trailer position, as a bumping foul on the baseline. You see him get up, didn't get a handle on the basketball. Damon Brooks, very strong hands, very sturdy, solid hands. Good touch, too. Funny enough, as Milner shoots it from the baseline and cashes it. Damon Brooks is the lefty jump shooter, but closer to the basket, he prefers to take his shots with his right hand. Screen for Fareed as they swing it to the left side. Now he's got a post up. Amdi Mustafa Deng at Atenza University marking him. Over the top pass as Baisa fires away. No. Through pass, Amdi trying to find an angle and lays it in. Bayalton with the dime. His highlight play, though, from Sunday was the spinning tossed and one. Guma steps into a tray, and it's a little short. Over the top from Milner, had a mismatch, now doubled and taking the contact. He'll have to earn it from the line. Guma Weijia stands at 175 centimeters, or it's about 5'9". Not easy to block out. Amdi listed at 206. The newcomer was getting the most playing time, Cedric Milner. Assigned an emergency when Travion Graham sustained an injury in the preseason preparation. Milner, a couple of 20-point games in his early go as a Pilot. Leaves it short as Alec Brown taps it back to him. Back to Brown, his 3 is off the mark. Brooks finally grabs the rebound. Baisa, double screen. Guma maneuvering left as Cedric Milner was still on him. Justin with the handles. Haven't said his name this much in the early going as he goes right to the cup with the left hand and leaves it short. Amdi with the front court blocking foul. Amdi in Sunday's game, 5 points, 12 rebounds. Couple of fouls in a related note. A variance of horns into Damon Brooks, a spinning shot and swirls it in. Pulling the Ghosthawks to within one as Justin trying to finish over and through contact. A very tough take. Driving kick, but the Pilots cover it up. Download a free, 2 feet in the paint, and there's a reaching foul. 72nd. So our chance to see Fareed shooting touch of late at the line. The Pilots bring in their first substitutions. William Martino, we saw in the pregame interview, and Sixth Man of the Year last season, Lee-Jia Kang, actually started the opening game for the Pilots at Hoping Gymnasium. Now, the funny thing about Fareed playing in the Plus League is, if you could believe it, previously the Pilots and then the Dreamers also had a player with the nickname Manimal. Lin Yaozong, in his 4 seasons, 2 with the Pilots, 2 with the Dreamers. That's how Fareed gets his Plus League scoring career started. With a pair at the free throw line. Backdoor, and wedgied. Missed layup by the Pilots. Gumal from the right wing, no good. Ball bouncing out of bounds, and it will be Bread. Ball deflected now. The Ghosthawks will go again. Baisa skipping it over and making it is Fareed from up close. The Ghosthawks take the 8-7 lead. Destin wide open from three-point land. Downs it. Baisa giving it another try, and in and out. Martino and Brown both on the outside as the Ghosthawks with a physical defense get called for the foul. Baisa trying to stay in front of Lee-Jia Kang. All substitutions coming up, but first, a timeout on the floor. As in the early goings, the Pilots have retaken the lead at 10-8 against the Ghosthawks, making a back-to-back season debuts for them in Taoyuan Arena.
This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up. This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then it's your song, so turn it up. Come for all my ladies, you're looking good as what? So tell them bye-bye, 'cause it's your time to turn it up. Ladies now, let's get going with your hip and do it. Ladies now, let's get down. Come on, dip your hip and do it. Ladies now, this is for all. Let's get down. Come on, dip your hip and do it. Ladies now, let's get down. Come on, dip your hip and do it.
掌声谢谢 Pilots Crew。
Welcome back to the broadcast. Last year in the regular season, in 8 matchups, Pilots took 6, and the Ghosthawks won 2 of the games. In particular, the Ghosthawks shooting balance heavily tilted toward their imports. Their local players scored only 38.3 points per game, but that was also on the fewest field goal attempts in all the splits. That is all the teams' head-to-head statistics. Chen Pauian guarding Li Jiakang, and a foul is called on the floor. Pilots will be shooting bonus free throws starting with the next foul. One thing that also made a difference, the Pilots much stronger shot blocking abilities. Alec Brown taking the three, it's going to bounce long, and fresh in the game, Anderson or Chen Li-sen. Martino trying to spin around with a left hand, no. A second attempt, no. Now he's looking for an outlet as Jackie will fire away, and he got it. Well, that might have been the flip side of block shots. Mentioned Brown 3 per game, Boyd 1 per game, Andy 0.7 per game in only 16 minutes, as slicing through the lane, Farid is fouled. Gonna look, William Martino, that first shot, not quite on the mark, with even Alec Brown nearby, really crowding the space, and Li Jiakang finishes off the possession. In the early going, if you can believe it, the Ghosthawks have a 9-8 lead in the rebounding department. Baisa to Farid, given some space, vacated in the corner. Chen Fan, no good. Six-year pilot Ling Chen hands it off, now comes back to screen as Chen Li-sen, a little bit of a crease off the glass and in. Anderson last year had a game high of 9 points in his rookie season. And interestingly enough, did play in all 24 games as a rookie. Defends Baisa's runner, and here come the Pilots again. With some pace, Jackie is spun around by Xie Zongrong, who signed a 5-year extension with the Ghosthawks. I think that is a smart move. Lington slips to the basket as another foul on the perimeter. A little bit handsy, says the referees. Let's get another look. We'll see how the score table works that call, as it looks like Farid got a hand on it. Strictly by the rule book, that would go to 2 points for the Pilots captain on the floor, which is I always found funny because they share the lineup card with the related personnel, and that will always have a C marked next to the player that the coach designated as the captain. But if the captain is not playing on the floor, the score table is supposed to assign it to someone else. Jimmy or Xie Zongrong skies up for the rebound. A 16-8 Pilots lead. With 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Damon Brooks handoff to Chen Fan, or Phil, spinning into some traffic to a wide open shooter, and Xie Zongrong finishes it off. Jimmy did attempt a lot more three-pointers last season and was good for 30%. Lington driving kick. Milner, beautiful arc, but it was off target. And here come the Ghosthawks. A difficult move and a put-back dunk for Damon Brooks. We're thinking we're going to get some acrobatics from Kenneth Farid, and he showed off the hops. But Damon Brooks finally lands a two-handed jam. Another foul by the Ghosthawks as you get another look. That was second-year Zhang Zihao trying to make a move. William Martino at the charity stripe. Needed a little bit more legs. The only consolation I can say for the Sunday of 0 for 7 from the line. Last year, Travion Graham, his new teammate, last year with the Pilots, went 0 for 8 when the squad still won the ball game. It definitely made things a lot harder, but Artino now with a free throw percentage. Ron Brooks hands it off. Chen Fan maneuvering around and couldn't get the pass off as the Pilots kind of zone up and help. Now recover, but Xie Zhonglong with another attempt, it rolls out. So with a 4-point lead, Milner up ahead, banks it home. That's the early attack. They outscored the Braves in the fast break department last game. I believe the number was like 31-4. A pretty ridiculous mark. Artino with the rebound and pushing it himself, flipping up ahead to Milner. Got a man, one dribble, and misses the close one. A little too much mustard on that one. Zhang Zihao playing the back line. Now on some mismatches. The Ghosthawks swing it to the right side. Driving kick, Brooks with his release. Xie Zhonglong under the basket with the right hand, pulled the Ghosthawks back to 4 points down. Jackie left open, lasers one in. And Coach Raul Corner, his third season with the Ghosthawks, elects to call timeout. Seen enough as the score 22-15 in favor of the Pilots. Well, the Ghosthawks front line featuring Kenneth Fareed, Damon Brooks, both listed at 203 centimeters or about 6'8". Xie Zhonglong at 199 centimeters. And Gabrielle Humphrey we haven't seen yet. Xie Zhonglong is about 6'6.5". Gabby about 6'4.5". So it is a height-wise not a tall front line, but there are advantages with mobility. There's advantages if you bring a little bit more skill. Pull out the opponent's big men from inside the painted area and help defense. It's not played out so far.
So get open on field side. Okay, boom. Timon, you don't set that screen. You just go right into it. Okay, so boom, and attack. It's not high pick and roll with Timon. Let's go. Team, 1, 2, 3, team. Let's go.
Corner took over the Ghosthawks a couple of seasons ago with only several weeks left. In fact, he let us know that it wasn't necessarily the situation he wanted to take over for, but last year was a very solid showing where they won 13 out of 24 games, made the playoffs, and actually has a couple of misses up close. William Martino defending the basket. Ghosthawks get another chance. Man going down as a foul from behind. No initial signal, but the Pilots are all over it, anticipating an unsportsmanlike foul. With Chen Fan fouling from behind and William Martino one man ahead. Those are two different ingredients that might upgrade this foul to an unsportsmanlike. Not exactly the way Chen Fan Pauian, who was a all-plus league first teamer last season, would like to start his tenure off with a new club. The referees at the monitor have been Plus League officials since the very beginning. Jianzong with the signal. It is an unsportsmanlike foul, as he will explain. There's a couple of those kind of calls in the first game of the season. One did become an unsportsmanlike foul by Chen Jiangshuang, or Owen, as he fouled. I believe it was Jerry Chen Youwei, number 4 for the Braves, as he going for the basketball, hit Chen Youwei in the side body, about thigh height. And the referee say, well, it's foul from the side or behind. Nobody between the basket. On the other situation was Archie Goodwin of the Braves, who stopped a fast break, but he was the man in front. And so his foul, with his back to the Braves defending basket against Guan Dayou, and the referees took a look and said it's just a normal foul. Floated up past Artino, the good catch, spinning out of some trouble as they swing it around. 1 second left. Li Jiakang does not get the shot off. Good defense by the Ghosthawks. See Coach Irgi Camino, his 4th year with the Pilots, indicate to Anderson to be more aggressive. Time running down, perhaps you need to take that last shot. Li Jiakang had to make a move coming out of the left corner. Pass back to Chen Fan. He shoots it over his opponent. A fight for the rebound. Brooks can't get it in, and a deflection out of bounds by White. Justin in for Jackie. Chen Fan close to the basket, just off. Not an easy shooting evening for the Ghosthawks to start. Foul on his way to the cup is Justin. More free throws for the Pilots, who've already made 5 of 8. Ghosthawks, I count 6 of 20. Oh, 6 of 25 from the field. Not a ball game left, as the 2-time Plus League regular season MVP Wu Jingxiang sinks the first. Second one good too. Unlike the previous 2-time MVP, Yan Jiming, who accomplished it with the Kings, Wu Jingxiang also has a Finals MVP. Left open as the shot goes up, and a bucket for Zhang Zihao. Over the top pass, Artino, deep position. Left to get it out. Now on the other block, Milner, as a whistle comes. Seemed like there was a lot of defense around, but defenders around, I should say, but now we see William Martino getting thrown out of there.
It's literally 12 against 3. Literally 12 against 3. You might as well put on their jersey. You might as well put on the fucking polish.
Martino rattles the first one in. Much improved at the line tonight. It was problematic in the previous season. How about the soft touch on that second one? One thing that's in the Ghosthawks' favor, they've so far only turned the ball over once. Perhaps the last possession as Milner trying to stay in front of Zhang. He shoots the three, left open, and a foul. Trying to go for the rebound. It's Ling Chen. Go find Ling Chen. Yes, he's underneath the basket. So a baseline out of bounds. The Pilots' next foul would put the Ghosthawks at the line as they bring in a whole bunch of size. Jonah Morrison and Alec Brown for Milner and Ling Chen. So Jonah trying to figure out his positioning. Facing the inbounder, Zhang Zihao to the corner. Guo Shaojie, one dribble, and on one leg, somehow cashes it. I think he caught a little of the backboard and saved that one for the highlight reel. Guo Shaojie pulling off a little mini miracle to pull the Ghosthawks a little closer as we conclude the first quarter of play here in Taoyuan.
10月的最后一场主场，一起来祝福10月的寿星飞行员生日快乐！乘客们跟着寿星一起比出一样的动作。首先，我们第一位降霜，跟着降霜一起比出666的动作，跟着戴墨一起比出这个动作，非常好，666。第二位乘客就是你，非常好，没错。接着也是同天生日的领航员剑齿虎家康。跟着家康的动作一起比出可爱的动作，美女拍到你们喽！哦，非常好，非常好！哦，没错，接下来也是我们10月的压轴寿星，也就是我们桃园哥哥葛拉汉，跟着葛拉汉一起大声的怒吼，非常好，就是这样，非常好，非常好！哇，妹妹，没错，再一次。非常好，没错，就是这样。感谢所有乘客，祝10月的寿星家康降霜还有葛拉汉生日快乐！非常好，乘客照到你们喽！跟着葛拉汉的动作一起大声的怒吼，非常好，就是这样子。谢谢所有乘客，也在这里祝寿星生日快乐啦！
谢谢儿童，祝福所有10月份的寿星生日快乐！回到我们第2节的比赛，给予来发球。
Ghosthawks rookie Ning Chen, number 15, inbounds it to Gumao as a illegal screen by Guo Shaojie, the miracle man, made that buzzer beater 3. Let's take a look at the action. Coming in just a beat late. Morrison staying in the game. Floats to the right corner as number 6, Guan Dayo tries to put a move on with the left hand and floats it in softly. Guan Dayo played 10 minutes on Sunday, scored 5 points and grabbed a couple of rebounds. Guo Shaojie with a little bit of daylight fires it off, and bingo. A couple three-pointers will add to your point total real quick. Guo Shaojie really the Ghosthawks' only local option at a small forward last season. As Morrison tries from 3, that's bricked, and here come the Ghosthawks again. How about Gaibi from the corner? Well, now this year, Pauian becomes a great option off the bench as Xiaobai taking the contact, hanging in there, and earning himself a trip to the free throw line. Definitely looks like a scary situation. Thankfully, everyone landed all right. You see Ghosthawks maneuver around the down screen. He loves to work from that left corner up to the wing position, and Xiaobai hanging in the air until a little bit of daylight presented itself for a prayer at a three-point play. Last season, a 73% free throw shooter. Pauian, born from Taichung, which, unlike what we'd assume would be the middle of the island, Pilots not really happy about Alec Brown getting called for an offensive rebounding foul. The way you measure it, though, to continue that point, is the halfway distance between Taipei and Tainan, the northern city, and the southern city of the island of Formosa. The middle point between those two makes Taichung and not the bottom tip of the island to the top. 6 seconds on the clock. The rookie fires it up and a little bit short as, look at that, Kenneth Farid with the second effort. Justin hands it off to Alec Brown. He's got the whistle and a wayward shot. Ghosthawks closing in the gap. The Pilots, you can see that early offense is what's causing problems, as Farid really walked into that one. On Sunday, Brown attempted 2 free throws, made 1.
Good shooter, Gabby. Yep. By yourself.
Ghosthawks left open in the left corner. Looked like a mistake as another rebounding foul. Guan Dayou. The man called. Driving kick to driving kick as Gabby, I think, was looking for Farid with the alley. Let's snuff it out as Justin and Tanjielong. Two-man game, man open on the side as Baisa from 27 feet, nothing but net. Well, the Ghosthawks are fighting hard on both ends of the floor, but the Pilots just a little bit more clinical out on the floor. Timeout, Ghosthawks.
现在我们要送出法大炸鸡的兑换券，谁想要的举高你的手，发出声音让 Pilots Crew 看到你在哪里。恭喜拿到法大炸鸡的乘客群朋友们，记得在我们第3节结束前兑换完毕，快去换香香脆脆的法大炸鸡来享用。第2节来到9分17秒 35-26，比赛回到场上。
If you're watching the broadcast on YouTube, a like, a thumbs up would be appreciated as we are about to get underway here in the second quarter. Pauian's three-pointer sent the Ghosthawks to the scorers table, and they called their second timeout of the half. Starting lineup for the Ghosthawks. As Brooks works on Morrison, no. Got his own board. Got another one. Ball still on the ground as the Pilots come away with it. Close to the basket, Pauian off the window. He's got 6 as the Pilots once again open up to a double-digit lead, and it swirls in. Weijia. Last season averaged 10 points per game in 30 minutes of action. Justin taking a Ghosthawks one-on-one, had a crease and floats it in. Pilots had no problem with their number 3 against the Ghosthawks number 3. I saw working with a little bit of room, got Brown in the air and a foul. You know, previously has Xiaobai lose the handles for a second, but still maintain the height advantage. Over here, Justin probably made that layup with some contact. Pauian started 21 games last season and was able to put down 9 points per game. Been with the Ghosthawks since 2023. Full court man-to-man by the Ghosthawks as the Pilots. Jordan Morrison trying to find an outlet. Brooks picks him and stumbles to the deck and out of bounds. Good hustle play. Morrison might need to be a little bit more fearful of finding an outlet there. And Brooks currently inquiring about a possible elbow. There's a question about the shot clock situation. And it looks like they'll go to the monitor. Last season, the Ghosthawks defended the Pilots best in terms of offensive rating by my count, but 111.9, and having only 2 other teams to vie for that title, not super convincing as you get the first look at Damon Brooks try to get possession of the basketball and make a move. Well, one thing about last year's Ghosthawks is they played with the slowest pace in the Plus League. And that is a formula that takes field goal attempts, that takes free throw attempts, it takes turnovers, and it takes offensive rebounds into account. Their pace 89.1, below the 91.2 of the league. So the referees put 7 seconds on the clock, but the Pilots have to go nearly full court. So Yergi in that time addressing the troops in a very extended conversation. The referee is trying to break things up. In this situation, you kind of need to balance the desire to score a bucket here with the fact that the Ghosthawks could very easily take the ball away close to your basket. Xiaobai, the first to catch, dribbling it up court with some pace. Out to Morrison, his three, too strong, and Artino right there for the boards, facing two, and that's blocked, and a whistle comes. No replays though, as Kenneth Reed convinced it was all ball. Certainly stood out in his highlights. His mobility and his leaping ability. It certainly looks close from this view. Long, Jonah Morrison out of Taisan High School in New Taipei. Put the Pilots up by 12 as Brooks from the elbow area down low to Fareed. Can't finish. Yes, he does. Couldn't get a clean shot off, I should say. Definitely felt Artino's presence. Justin switches hands left and right and is called for an offensive foul. Reed ended up on the deck. And a look at the tight quarters passing, and maybe Fareed's got a case. But I think the referees would say Artino was in his own cylinder. Under 7 minutes left here in the first half. Cedric Milner back in again, guarding Gumao. Brooks now amongst the trees, loses the handle of it as fresh in the game. Chen Jiangshuang pushes it ahead. Layup is missed. Reed defending. On Brooks. There's a second screen. The jump shot is up. Got his own board. An offhanded lay-in by Baisa. With that putback, the Ghosthawks close the gap again. Quick move by Justin. Artino misses. Another chance as Chen Jiangshuang, no good from 15. Brooks might have took some contact there, taking off some discomfort in his left eye. Here come the Ghosthawks. Brooks catch and shoot wayward. Artino up ahead. He's got one man to beat. And a foul from behind. Brooks had no interest in really defending that possession. Another look at, might have been Jonah who came down with the hands. And the referees are going to go monitor again. Understandable that Brooks, in some discomfort, hustled back, but with an accurate pass to Artino, Would have been very tough to defend in that situation, so he elects to take the foul, but the referees are inquiring the replay about a possible unsportsmanlike foul, with no intention really of playing the basketball. And it will be upgraded to unsportsmanlike. Definitely a tough break for the Ghosthawks. Reed will take a break as Brooks is joined by Xie Zonglong in the front court. Martino finding the range. Makes another free throw. That is definitely what you call wait a minute. It's not regression to the mean. Ascendance to the mean. I gotta work on that a little bit more. 14 seconds for the Pilots. They had a shot clock violation the last time. The possession after you at Amdi up close, no good. Artino, no. How about a third try? The rebounds, I'm looking down at my stats. 28 for the Ghosthawks, 23 for the Pilots. The Ghosthawks can ill afford them on the defensive end as a downed three-pointer by Guma Weijia. Now up to 5 points on tonight's affair. Milner with the catch and shoot. No, Andy strong with the board. A crash on the catch, and a whistle will come. And the Ghosthawks, of course, not happy with the call, but technically, by the rule book, the offensive player leaping into a defensive player's cylinder, the offensive player is not entitled to that space. It's different if the defender moves into the space that the offensive player comes, so to speak, crash into. That's what they're contending, that Brooks was in place. But the other option would have been Baisa, who was trailing Milner on the play. 6 and now 7 points on the night. Three personal fouls for Baisa as he starts a move against Li Jiakang on the switch. Everyone going to help out as Damon Brooks. How about a second chance? A whistle, count it. Incredible fight by number 4 to stick with the play. Made stops with the Ryukyu Golden Kings. As there you see Amdi couldn't secure the board, and maybe Brooks with the brush of a hand also coaxed it loose. Also spent time previously with the Japanese club Levenga up until 2024, then joined the Ghosthawks. Is his free throw short? Milner thought about the pass, and now we'll start a handoff. Screw pass in the tight corner, and a whistle comes. Thumbs up from Irgi about Chen Jiangshuang's anticipation pass toward the basket. Milner wasn't even really open, but he had leverage cutting against Ghosthawks. Chen Jianshuang, lofty expectations from his championship run in the high school tournament. Couple years at Sishin University, was basically a full-time starter for his freshman and sophomore year, then went over to the mainland CBA. 4 turnovers in the game against the Golden Kings and the Braves. He has not looked all that comfortable yet as the backup point guard, but a good play there. Giving Gumal space. He's already knocked down 1 3 and was close with that attempt. 3.5 minutes to go. Looking for Artino as Ambi also comes into the lane. Dropped off. Artino patient with it and it rolls out. He's got another chance. Blocked by the defense and the rim. How about a 3rd attempt with the right hand? And Martino adding to his rebounding total, as the famous Taylor Chen might suggest. Hey, is he stat padding? How about Ghosthawks from the right corner? No answer there. Guess who it is? Damon Brooks. Oh, and too strong. He does better with more defense in his face. Jackie flinging it back. And Artino puts it on the deck. A spin move, the lefty, no. Working with Xie Zhonglong's ball screen, forcing Amdi out. Now on the switch. Some fancy passing, but the Pilots stay matched up. How about Gumal from the wing? Wow. The knock on Gumal has always been that outside shot. So far he's made 2. Last year was a 33% three-point shooter, so by percentage, not bad. But you can tell from his 2-set motion, doesn't have necessarily the legs. Artino up close and an easy runner. Just a little baby push shot, as we neglected to mention, but out there on the floor is Doherty Valley's own Ethan Zhong. Blocked from behind by Artino as Jackie trying to find some space, dribbling against Xie Zhonglong. A kick to Chen Jianshuang all day, and that's butter. Pouring the Pilots to 15 points up on the night with a minute to go in the first half. Trying to lull us to sleep with some jazz. They got a switch, but Ghosthawks fires away. And Milner, a good block out. Ball getting away, Brooks starting a 2-on-1 break. Ethan fakes out Amdi up close to Gumal. Good choice as Irgi wants to call a timeout with under 21 seconds left. Definitely a situation where Amdi could have used some help there. And look at another dime by Owen. Threading the needle, and Artino, pretty easy block. Gumal did not position the defender on the other side, on the other shoulder. Well, Chen Jianshuang actually got lulled to sleep there as he ended up on the wrong side of the hoop.
Okay, we play 24, we play J. No pick and roll, no pick and roll. Wait, seconds to attack. Okay? 5, 6 seconds. Okay? We need to even don't shot. I don't care. But they don't shot. Go ahead.
Milner will dribble it up against Ethan. Making a move, he's got the whistle. Ethan's foul and the free throw's coming up. Might mean the last possession, as you see that right hand swipe. Looked pretty good to me, but not to discount any possible body bumps, as number 8, Jerry Liu will check in. Give the Ghosthawks a better chance for a long-range shot attempt with 2.7 on the clock. Milner looking to make it a 58-point half for the Pilots. As again, the Pilots get Alec Brown in there for a countdown clock situation. Kind of a 1-2-2 look. As from half court, Ghosthawks at the buzzer beater in the first quarter, a half court heave, not so lucky. The two teams will head to the locker rooms with the Pilots a commanding 58-43 point lead. Take a break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime analysis.
Pilots 各位乘客，请用掌声来欢迎 Pilots Crew。
吞掉 Palace Crew 不为谁低头，不合剧本也要骄傲。他们其实我们崛起颠覆这世界。Palace Crew 烟火心中逆风前行。 We are Palace Crew. 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 Palace Crew 们注视着，笑得我们跌倒，可是我们不要你们来找。Palace Crew 展现自己态度。 We are Palace Crew.
掌声谢谢 Pilots Crew， 精彩的舞蹈表演，谢谢 Pilots Crew。好的，我们来到中场游戏的时间啦。我们今天要来玩 One Shot Game， 会有4名乘客来参加。
Here inside Taoyuan Arena, where the Pilots crew, the cheerleaders for the squad, just concluded their halftime performance. And now time to break down the basketball we saw from the first half. There's the combined team statistics. We're from top to bottom. You have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers all the way from top to bottom. First thing we'll get out of the way, it's been a low turnover game despite the physicality that both teams are playing with. In particular, the Ghosthawks starting to try to impose their physical pressure defense on the Pilots. Again, they've only turned it over 4 times, but have threaded the needle for 14 team assists. I think the Ghosthawks need to try to be a little bit more disruptive to turn around this big deficit. The Ghosthawks are playing without a third import on the game. Tobin Carberry is out with a hamstring discomfort, possible hamstring injury. We'll see about his Plus League debut in the weeks and games to come. One thing that's been noteworthy is the Ghosthawks have been crashing the offensive rebounds very hard. They have 17 offensive rebounds by the stat sheet I was just handed. In particular, 8 by Damon Brooks. You saw his putback dunk. Ghosthawks buzzer beater 3 at the end of the first quarter. Still not enough to make it a competitive game in the single digits quite yet. But they've only scored 12 second chance points on those 17 offensive rebounds. So whether they need to be more clinical finishing from around the basket or kick it out to shooters coming back into play. The Pilots, on the other hand, have played a lot more of their bench, I've noticed. For example, their starting point guard, Chen, only with 11 minutes. And starting a big Amdi with 9. Seems like a rotation game for the Pilots, who also have an East Asia Super League game on Sunday. We'll get to the second segment after the following messages.
OK， 我想说哇，兄弟很会利用机会啊。OK， 好，看到中间，3、2、1，耶！再一张哦，看我们小俊，3、2、1，耶！好的，谢谢我们乘客参与，谢谢我们小朋友，谢谢。
谢谢，也谢谢我们的4位空姐。
好的，恭喜拿到我们爱悦酒店的住宿券啦！那谢谢我们应援好伙伴爱悦酒店，也请我们现场所有乘客全员朋友们稍待片刻，休息一下。下半场的比赛呢，很快就回来。
谢谢一博。
线头指到这里。应该是我拉上来。拉上来。对，我将助理拉上来。对，然后你再帮我接。
About 6 minutes away from the start of the second half in this action between the Tainan TSG Ghosthawks and the Taoyuan Pauian Pilots, the second game of the +League's 6th season. We start with the Ghosthawks scoring leaders, Guhua Weijia with 10, Kenneth Farid and Damon Brooks with 8, Guo Shaojie with a couple of 3-pointers, he has 6, and that's followed by Xie Zonglong coming off the bench in today's action. Notable statistical difference between the two teams. Bench points, the Pilots lead that department 27-8. And you do expect role players to play better at home, but with the way that the Pilots have dominated, the Ghosthawks need to also put a lot of emphasis on their defensive effort. And when you play hard on defense, you might not have the energy to make your shot. So then the question is, how much rotation will be necessary to balance those two efforts? Now, the way that the Ghosthawks have been crashing the boards, it has also created the Pilots a 10-0 fast break advantage. Meanwhile, on the Pilot side, William Martino and Cedric Milner with 11 apiece, Jackie and Justin with 9 apiece, and Bayalton with 6. Some funny symmetry going on there. There's certainly a big free throw and foul disparity with the Ghosthawks committing 17 fouls to the Pilots 9, and that has also resulted in a free throw attempt difference of 26-5, but there's probably good reason for that. The Ghosthawks have been trying to apply a lot of physical pressure, a lot of tough go-abouts when the Pilots have the basketball, especially on their offensive end, when they're getting offensive rebounds. William Martino, who we interviewed in the pregame, has looked a lot slimmer than previous basketball season, and that is certainly helping with his agility, and it's having an effect, and his free throw shooting has been pretty solid tonight. Well, we'll check back in with you moments before the start of the second half, but we'll be taking another break here from Taoyuan.
请我们这个圈朋友们缓缓地回到座位上，在1分钟之后，我们第3节要开始了。可以看到非常多的乘客已经购入我们全新主场白的球衣了。如果还没有购入装备的乘客，可以利用空档到我们豪宅购物中心来购买新装备。
Follow the Plus League Instagram account at P.LEAGUE_EN for more Plus League content in English. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, thank you for joining us. It is the Ghosthawks, as we detailed before, for our excitement, marketing purpose-wise. It is Kenneth Fareed making his Plus League debut. Starters for the Pilots against the starters for the Ghosthawks, unchanged from the first half as Baisa. No, it is Xiao Bai to Alec Brown for a missed corner 3. Ghosthawks flipping a horn set with Reed over the top pass. Guo Shaojie, a couple dribbles to a 3-pointer. Guo Shaojie, despite playing parts of 5 seasons in the Plus League, Alec Brown, and he misses again. Does actually not have the most games played amongst the Ghosthawks for a Plus League career. That distinction belongs to newcomer hero trade #1 Wang Yuxiang. Little Luai column, a beautiful arc, and rattling in is Baisa. Good way to start the second half as Mal fouls defending in the front court. His first personal. Amdi there with a putback. An emphatic way to start the second half scoring for the Pilots. Swirled pass as Baisa keeps it alive, but now against Alec Brown, his shot is over, and Damon Brooks picks his teammate up. The illegal screen against Alec Brown. That's his third personal, something to keep an eye out. There you see Ethan slicing up the Ghosthawks defense. And you see a little bit of physicality with the screen that referees deem unnecessary. Slipped underneath and spun in for Guo Shaojie. That'll close the gap to 10 points for the Ghosthawks. Look out. They say a foul on the defense. Might have been a hand on the back as Pilots not happy that this is not a free throw situation.
He's 2 shots.
It's definitely pretty close. Changes made as the Chen fan will come in. Maybe Guo Shaojie need to shake off that contact. Pressure D as Milner pushes it to the corner, and a foul on the baseline. That's by Saz. That is his 4th personal. Three fouls by the Ghosthawks. Now guarded tightly by Fareed as Ethan pushed up to the jump circle. A couple of screens waiting for him. 17, no good. Poked it away from Fareed and blocked. As Ethan down on the floor in a heap. Ethan has been taken out of the games early to some bleeding situations. As you see, Ergi wants a replay. There you see the hard slap down. And thankfully, the trailing official did whistle on the play. They will go to the monitor, and by the circle of the crew chief's finger, it is not a coach's challenge. There's a reason why Xiaobai did not get off a great shot. Obviously, the hands possibly blocking the ball's upward trajectory, but also taking a hard hit to the face will throw off your layup ability. There are 5 criteria to make an unsportsmanlike foul in the FIBA rulebook. Excessive contact, as you can guess, is one of them. We already visited a few of the other ones. Like previously, we saw not playing the basketball and committing a foul could be one of them. That time, Fareed was trying to play the ball, but his arms just made contact with Pauian's face as well. It's a relatively violent matter. We wait for the call. So they will call it a regular foul. I'm sure the pilots are not too happy about it, though they weren't charged a challenge.
Foul! Watson Kumao, the same play, and you call you foul. You are afraid to call 3 you fouls. He don't touch the ball and he overheat. It's you foul. Protect the players, please. Protect the players.
Well, Pauian is good to go.
Don't put nervous. They got 3 you foul. They got 7. It's the same.
As mentioned, he's played fewer minutes. Pauian has than other starters on the squad in the first half of play, that is. Got 7 points now, 4 boards and 4 assists. What did Shaquille say? A triple single in the works. Again, Fareed starting from kind of that leftish high post area. Chen, a spinning jumper way off the mark. Not an easy shot as Milner had the rug pulled out from under him as Gumal commits another foul, and this will mean Pilots at the free throw line. Well, I know what's going to happen the rest of the quarter. Ghosthawks are going to have a hard time balancing physical defense with trying not to send the Pilots to the line. If you're just tuning in, there was a big difference in free throw shooting in the first half. 26 by the Pilots, who made 21 of them, good for 81%, against the Ghosthawks, 3 of 5. I don't know if the physicality is that far of a gap, but 100% the Ghosthawks are defending with more physicality, more handsy defense, a lot more pressure on the boards as well. Chen clanks it, And Milner skies high for the board. Chen is yet to make a field goal for his new squad, his third in his career. After being drafted by the Braves 1 year with the Steelers, as Andy with the jam by Yao Chen with the assist. That third down puts Ambi at 6 points on the night. Gumal making a play. The high runners know, watch out for the Pilots, they're running. Ethan will twirl it around as Justin, wide open three, hits. A 18-point lead, and the Ghosthawks call timeout. Pilots are rolling here at home as we go to break here in the third quarter.
是跟 Pilots 绕的时刻啦，看看谁跳的最卖力，就有机会获得空姐手中的达美乐披萨兑换券。跟着小白的应援曲一起摇起来！
想吃达美乐的乘客，舞动你的身体，
跟着一起跳起来！
Hello。
接下来是我们俊祥的应援曲，跟着空姐一起跳起来，就有机会获得空姐手中的达美乐披萨兑换券哦，非常好！想要达美乐披萨兑换券，乘客到
A furious flurry by the Pilots sent the game to a timeout as the Ghosthawks facing the biggest deficit of the game here early in the third quarter. Well, if you think I'm a little too slow with the statistics, you can follow along. PLeagueofficial.com/game/663 for this particular game, or go to the Plus League website, PLeagueofficial.com, and follow the links. And a look at Amdi with a putback dunk. And then how about Amdi on the dish with the throwdown? They're taking the spotlight away from Justin, the MVP, making the three that sent us to our timeout. So that puts the Pilot starting point guard at 5 assists on the night. So after a starting sequence, not to Raul Corner's liking, number 2 Zhang Zihao is back in at point. Brooks in deep position, but the ball batted away. Andy will hand it off to a teammate, and here come the Pilots again. Ethan probing, throwing it back to Alec Brown. The shot on the way, good. The 7-foot shooter from Winona, Minnesota. Loving the next episode. He's been having that as his starter introduction music for 2 seasons at least now. Ethan shovels it down to the hall. Time running down, and the Ghosthawks don't get off a shot. I don't expect Raul Corner, who's usually wearing a polo, even in cooler weather. He says he really cherishes cooler weather. Tough take from Justin, it's out. The Ghosthawks added Chris O'Shea as one of their assistant coaches, formerly Austrian men's and women's head coach, as a wide hooking Zhang Zihao layup. Will stop the Pilots scoring spree for a little bit. Justin looking for a pass as Brown putting it on the deck. The jump pass, Will and Martino flips it up and in. That's the lethal combination. Brown from the high post, anywhere from 20 to 25 feet away from the basket, and Will Martino working some magic down low. More play coming up live as Artino, a hard hit from behind, fouls Farid. Trying to go for the basketball. More handed ball. And look, Artino just sealing off that low position and an accurate pass. Not much the Ghosthawks can do. Justin jumps the pass as Ethan wide open from three. Short, followed his own miss. How about a chance from the corner? And short again. Easy fast break layup for Justin, and it appears that the Ghosthawks are kind of broken now. Putting in the 3 reserves with their 2 imports for tonight's action. You're allowed to register and have 3 imports active every given game. The new rule in the Plus League is if an import or any player is out, as Chen going to have the range on the reverse layup, more space for the Pilots. If any player's unregistered, they have to be out for a month, as look out, foul from behind, and got it! Extra credit for Will Artino. I thought the play was dead there, and he still found the balance and a magic touch to flip that one in. Getting a look at Brown, this time from the low post to a trailing Artino. Hit and tripped up, didn't even look at the basket. Hey, that was the corner we interviewed him in, and he gets some good luck. Too strong with the free throw as both teams make substitutions. Martino, the only import for the Pilots. Farid, the only import for the Ghosthawks, out on the floor. Very guarded by Owen. On the switch. A tough 15-footer, and will get the bounce. Zhang Zihao getting more playing time. Again, the Ghosthawks without their import guard, Tobin Carberry. Didn't get a clean pass off before a travel called against him. Li Jiaokang to his flank. Now with some confidence, Zihao missing from 3 as Farid, look what I found. Put way more effort into the rebounds than the shot. Jiaosong, a little stumble as he starts the Pilots' offense. Newton with a runner, no. And looks like a rebounding foul. A bit of bad luck for Artino, but foul's a foul. And look at Farid skying high, and again, put more legs out on that rebound. Brooks back in the action, screening, trying to get the basketball. Usually likes to work. Oh, look at this move. A dunk. And some pressure as the Pilots advance the basketball. Guan Dayo finding a seam and banking it for 2. Irgi was convinced there was out of bounds. Maybe, but could have been Brooks. Heel did not come down on the line. I actually have to agree with Irgi there. Sweet move nonetheless. Got himself open. And added to the highlight reel of tonight's action. Tonight did not come in as the first backup point guard like he did in the last two games. Chen actually came in first before him in the first half. We'll see how they battle out. Chen only in his second year though as a pro. Ethan from the right corner, good. Here with that attempt. Flying in there, there's Owen with the left hand. The natural lefty, Jackie takes it away. Martino facing three defenders, put it on the deck. The jump ball, Ghosthawks come away with it. Referees want a new basketball, understandably. You see Chen Song demonstrating some of the agility he's found since he joined the Pilots. Has been losing a decent amount of body fat. Brooks, two bigs at the high post. Now Brooks slides down. Ethan stopped, but lays it in with the left hand. Finding a lot more playing time in this blowout game. Martino have to earn it from the line. Last year's season high for Ethan Zhuang was 4 points. He already has 5 tonight. Willie Martino at the line, trying to add to his night. Maybe the early free throw shooting is now regressing to the mean. He's the only Pilot with double-digit rebounds, but 16 is quite a lot. I really don't fault anybody else for falling that far behind. He's just gobbling them all up. Drains that second free throw. The Pilots' biggest lead over the Braves was 27. Xie Zhonglong. No whistle there. Thankfully, both big men look okay as they're slow to get up. 4-on-4, Li Jiakang flings it up and bottoms a tray. The Braves did close the gap through the latter stages of the game. The Pilots dominated, never ever giving up the lead in that game as the ball goes back, and there will be a loose ball foul against the Ghosthawks. Definitely a little bit of a funky signal when the ref pushes his fist forward. Here you see Gumal just get too close to Chen Jiansong and their arm tangle up. Just a common foul. A tug of the arm. Could say that Gumal caught a little bit of a break. Wan Na-yo kicks it to Lington. His three. It connects. Everybody joining in on the fun for the Pilots in tonight's game. The last player to not make the floor and not score yet is number 10, Li Mingwei. We'll see about that later in the game. Jerry counters. Started to make some appearances and crack his way into the Ghosthawks rotation later in this last season. Liu Jie, drafted by the Ghosthawks. And the squad tries to find a little bit of respectability at the end scoreline of this game. 3 seconds left. Ethan getting the shot off, but off the backboard and no. All Pilots not only demonstrate their dominance, they increase the lead.
现在是我们的 clap 应援时刻啦，在我旁边的是一佩，还有我们的海丽。我们今天一样有帮对手准备了一首歌，这首歌叫做《乖乖歌》，大家仔细的听，然后跟着前排的空姐一起拍手，就有机会获得空姐手中的乖乖。仔细听哦，跟着一起拍手，拍手，准备拍手，左边右边，左边右边，左边右边。你的真心不再散漫，全部在我。你们真拍手拍手，我们赢了比赛。我们是领航员 ，We Let's go We Let's go We Let's go We Let's go。非常好，接着要送出我们手中的乖乖，感谢所有乘客。
谢谢各位同学，谢谢 Palace Crew。时间剩下10秒，要回到我们决胜节第4节。
Well, you can watch the Pilots coming up in the East Asia Super League on Thursday. On Saturday, the new Taipei Kings play, but on Sunday, the Pilots welcome in the Morocco Bolts. I'll be on the call with Taylor Chen. That's East Asia Super League action. Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. Li Zhen, who just made a three-pointer in the last quarter, gets the Pilots going as Alec Brown screens in this 5-out formation. Back east spinning and a monster block. I think the referees whistle first.
Hey, do like him. He don't go out of bounds.
Even trying to shake something off. One possession and substitutions just like that. And the end to start some off-ball offenses. Yeah, sealed off. Henderson trying to stay in front as Gumal overshoots the floater. Milner on the right side. Takes a tumble, slippery floor. Flung to the left side and getting it off the window. I'm sure our floor attendant a little bit nervous now about the wet floor on that side of the court. Anderson puts it up, and it is a charge called against the Pilots.
But if he's by a good win, it's a foul.
Then he's saying that kind of wonder why there was no foul against him when that close to the basket, he's called for the foul. How about off the runner? Ethan Zong having a career game. Just keep on adding to it. About to crack double-digit scoring. Pilots have gone cold with the start of the fourth quarter. Milner with a little daylight, tried to hammer it all the way home. Taking a hard tumble, but now getting up as Ethan will try with the right hand. Kenneth Reed, the lucky recipient, but misses up close. That one just danced so cruelly off the rim as Lingza and his foul cut into the basket. Be a nice time for a timeout so the floor attendants could really dry the floor off. And a lot of tumbles on that side. Get a look at Milner. Trying to avoid the block attempt by Gabby. Nice acrobatics as a foul before the inbound. Looks like Rumal got screened off. Made it all 4 fouls in the second half. Setting the screen, but Guan Dayo kick it to Jonah. He goes up and misses up close. The rim getting in the way of another one as they reset the shot clock. Milner, he tries from 3. Missed opportunity for Tan Jielong.
Hey, hey, keep playing, hey!
Not a bad offensive possession. And the Ghosthawks are showing that they're having trouble stopping the Pilots' dribble drive penetration. With some daylight, Ethan, a little bit too much sauce to that layup. Anderson flying away from the basket. The referees definitely swallowing their whistles. Reed didn't get any help from his teammates as Talisa, a clutching layup is missed. Now that one's on him. Got a scrimmage atmosphere now as Rumal finally puts in to score. Pilots guys on the floor need a breather. We'll step aside and back after this. The next Plus League game is Saturday, November 8th at 5 p.m. at Taipei Hoping Gymnasium, where the Braves take on the Ghosthawks. And the day after, Sunday, will be the debut of the Yankee Arcs. new team in the Plus League will be based out of Hsinchu City, that is. Wosalja marking Milner. A right-handed push shot. He'll get the roll. Reed tried to jump in, and he knows the international basketball rules. As soon as it touches the rim, you can knock it off, as long as it's not in the cylinder. Fair screen as Gabby fires away, and that one is so close. So far, the Pilots were 0 for 7 before Milner got that last one in. Kick out to Jonah. His three short again. This time Anderson gets the bucket. Oh, look at that layup. Sanzahal also trying to make it a career day. Mandayo giving a step. This is a three. Numbers for the Ghosthawks as refs swallow their whistle on that one. All trying to deliver a fast break dime. He's got an ISO. His teammates have no interest in coming over. Until finally Farid jumps in the middle of the lane. Milner holding on to him. Mandayo will head to the bench as finally we see number 10 Li Mingwei. If you've been following along with Plus League basketball, previously Ling Ziwei. Zihao catch and shoot three, wayward to the left. We'll head out for Artino. Trying to make a move up close. And Li Mingwei doesn't waste much time, and he's on the scoreboard. Brooks back in, he gets it to go. Brooks with 14 on the night. We are 6 minutes from the end of this one. Working William Martino's way. The double team and had an open shooter in the corner. He did have the height advantage up close. Referee signal jump ball and not travel. Say a slight break for the Ghosthawks. Seconds on the clock. Brooks already with 8 offensive boards in the first half. Keeps adding to his total. Brooks is been battling hard in his return to Plus League action. 14 points, 14 rebounds, 10 of them on the offensive end as Artino brushes it off. A little bit of help as Milner plays relay man, to use a baseball term. The Taiwan series now in the books. The Pauian Rakuten Monkeys, the winner. Artino patient, but Xie Zonglong there for the block. Good rejection as the Ghosthawks keep trying to make something out of this ball game. Anderson a ways off physicality as the Pilots start their motion offense. Now Artino feeling it, tries from three-point range. And he's got it. This time a little bit of revenge on Xie Zonglong. Not easy to fight so long in that possession. There's previously the block. Xie Zonglong last year averaged half of a block per game in 30 minutes. Certainly can see the potential for more. Martino trying to work his way to a 2020 game. It certainly did not happen in the Plus League opening game as Baisa reins it in. Ghosthawks is finding some daylight and throwing it down. Moving a screen as the Pilots transition from a horn to two-sided pin down, and it looks like Xie Zonglong knew the assignment, giving Farid the runway, and the man will deliver the pin on the basket. So now Owen in. Team. I saw it looked like crashed a little bit too hard. Free throws for the Ghosthawks. You see last year's MVP Lu Junshan, a DNP so far in the fourth quarter. A nice luxury to have. He, Bialton, and Amdi have been absent in the action. Cool as the Ghosthawks come away with nothing. Just like the Braves on Sunday, the Ghosthawks are playing hard toward the end as now Chen Jiangshuang and Jonah Morrison trying to get the ball inbounded. It's a 16-9 fourth quarter for the Ghosthawks if you want to look at things optimistically. Guan giving Zhihao some space as, look out, ball goes out of bounds. Only 6.0 on the shot clock. Zhihao working his way toward 20 minutes played in this game. Fires out with a little bit of space, fires it away, no! 2 seconds left. Chen Jiangshuang. A little bit of a misfire. Time running down. Martino starting to break. Third around this time. Chen Jiangshuang in some better rhythm. Halfway down as good defense again by the Pilots. This unit has been holding red down. Anyway, with all day, and still didn't help. The guys need a breather as the Ghosthawks walk it up the floor. Another triple for Zhang Zihao, his second of the game. To consider that last season his high was just 3 points. What a difference the season makes, an off-season makes. He screened as the pass can't get to Artino. Guandayo, a big scoop. Under 2 minutes. We've been really feeling it. Miami will get a little bit of a last run. Martino will exit the floor, leaving the Pilots with no imports. DeMar Brooks looks like we'll clean this one up for the Ghosthawks. Stripped. And they say off of the Ghosthawks. This is always a scary thing, if you ask me, as a driver. You already get past your man, it seems. And then a hand, stripping it out of bounds is one thing, but to hit off of the offensive player, that'd be frustrating. Jonah putting it on the deck, a couple steps and a... I think we have a clock situation. No, it's a travel.
One up, execute.
Last season, the Ghosthawks started their P.LEAGUE history with a 12-point defeat to the Pilots. Now, on the second day, the Pilots opened up. This is, I believe, the first time in P.LEAGUE history that the home opener was not followed up by a Saturday game after, or a Sunday game after starting on Saturday, as Guandayo gets it off glass. Their side, the Ghosthawks had 4 players score double digits. Actually, Lamont Brooks is 14 points, 15 boards. Followed up by Gumal's 13. Kenneth Farid in his P.LEAGUE debut, 12 points, 11 boards. And the coaches will engage in handshake lines, and the players on the Pilot side will get ready to start their customary home game win and post-game interview with the high fives around the way. The former Ghosthawk Artino will engage in some high fives. And there you see the final line score. Pilots 101, Ghosthawks 89. Kind of could see what kind of team the Ghosthawks want to be, with a lot of pressure defense and use their agility to really cover more ground and also crash the offensive rebounds. And in this one, it was not enough against the Pilots, who start the season 2 wins, no losses. Willem Martino just 1 point short of a 2020 night. He had the highest efficiency of the game with 31. That's the combination of positive stats, and you subtract field goal and free throw misses, which Artino was 7 of 10, helping the Pilots to a 78% free throw percentage. They took 36 on the game. Hit enough threes at 34%, and were maybe not dominant in the paint like they were against the Braves, but they were good. Looking through the advanced stats, which you can also find on the Plus League website. They, in part to their fast break capabilities off of defensive rebounds, 19-7 fast break points. Definitely a killer to the Ghosthawks in stretches. Again, that's the cost-benefit analysis you have to run in your head when you crash the offensive rebound so hard. Few last notes, positives for the Ghosthawks. Second year Zhang Zihao had a career high 12 points. He played a lot, as it was clear that there's misunderstanding and lack of execution, perhaps. So the starter for the Ghosthawks, Zhang Zihao, gets to play Gu Shaojie at that buzzer beater 3. A few highlight dunks from Emmanuel Kenneth Reed and Damon Brooks, returning to the Ghosthawks for a second season. Ethan Zhang also came off the bench for 9 points. Well, as we turn our attention to the Pilots, the victors in tonight's game, all players who were active tonight also made it on the floor and also scored. A little bit of a rare feat, plus we've done it before, and now we have Pauian approaching the middle with Tai Jingjing conducting a post-game interview.
小白，先来谈一下开季2连胜，而且2场比赛都是大比分的赢球。俊祥蛮狠的，我知道，都是大比分的赢球。有没有什么话想对现场的乘客说？
其实就是谢谢乘客们，可能今天平日也是进场来为我们加油，那其实就是很感谢你们，就是非常感谢你们，然后我们会继续努力，然后赢下每场胜利这样。
今天比赛的分水岭出现在第3节，那个时候你用自己的速度撕裂防线，也有远程的攻击。今年赛季的休赛季，你到底下了多大的苦功，让我们看到如此巨大的进步？
就是其实自己休赛季的时候，其实就对自己上一季的表现其实没有到很好。那其实这一季就是找了可能球队的年哥，然后后少，然后去做一些重量体能的加强，然后再包括可能阿杰教练还有75教练，然后他们的一些技术方面的让我提升，所以我觉得非常感谢他们在休赛季的时候一直被我干扰这样。
在 PLG 开季2连胜之后，礼拜天还有一场硬仗，要在 EASL 面对马尼拉电器，也要争取东超的开季2连胜。对于这场比赛，你的准备还有你的想法，跟现场所有的朋友分享一下。
其实就是一定要赢他们啦， 所以我自己是非常喜欢跟可能各国的国家，然后包括菲律宾这次也非常强大。那我觉得我会还有我们整个团队会更努力，然后去赢下这一场胜利，然后送给球迷这样。
再把掌声送给神奇小白白耀春。
谢谢星星主播，谢谢。好的，
接下来呢，我们要请小白帮我们牵出我们的胜利小球啦，会有2颗，一颗呢要送给我们的套票球迷，一颗要送给我们现场的球迷朋友，请小白签名。第2颗。好，我们先来合影一张。
好的，先欢迎套票球迷吗？好，先跟我们的小球一起来合影。OK。好的，看向中间，3、2、1，耶！好，谢谢。好，欢迎我们套票的球迷，
套票球迷来到场中，
由我们小白献上这一颗签名球，一起看向中间的摄影师，
再看向前方
，3、2、1。好的，谢谢，谢谢我们套票球迷。
接下来呢，这一颗要送给我们现场的球迷朋友，想要拿到小白的签名球，拿出你们最大的尖叫声！大声一点！谢谢小白。
好的，注意安全啦。接下来呢，小白请留步啦，我们要签上我们棉豆腐的板板，请我们工作人员献上签名的笔。也象征了小白此次最佳飞行员的殊荣啊！好的，先跟我们的飞机板呢一起来合影留念。好，献上我们的棉豆腐床垫。恭喜小白！
恭喜小白！
那我们现在呢，也要请小白来颁奖啦。我们要送出呢棉豆腐提供的棉豆皮床垫一组，欢迎我们的 MVP 飞行乘客，欢迎欢迎！哇，铁粉啊，神奇小白球衣穿上来了。来看一下我们中间的摄影师。来一张吗 ？OK， 好，谢谢，恭喜！再次掌声送给神奇小白，谢谢，
也谢谢我们乘客，
也恭喜我们的乘客，谢谢。好的，这个乘客穿着球衣，以一个 Playboy Cardi 的方式啊，小白的名字穿在前面哦。好，恭喜你们！好，再次恭喜我们小白啦。那现在呢，我们要来继续的颁发棉豆腐赛后的颁奖，催眠面包者，欢迎2位卖力干扰的乘客。谢谢我们应援好伙伴棉豆腐。
没错，再次要感谢所有乘客的支持与鼓励，谢谢你们陪我们走过了上一个球季，这一个球季让我们继续写下属于我们的胜利篇章。11月2号东超赛事对战马尼拉电器，也欢迎各位乘客进场来帮我们的飞行部队加油。
所以好了，最后呢，也到我们今晚最后的尾声，要协同我们 Pilot Crew 呢一起来谢谢各位前方的朋友，谢谢你们，谢谢。好，我们感谢敬礼呢右侧的朋友，谢谢。
谢谢。
后方的朋友，谢谢。左方的朋友，谢谢你们。回到前方，谢谢我们所有乘客、球迷朋友们，谢谢。好的，也谢谢我们工作人员，谢谢在场所有热爱篮球线上的朋友，谢谢你们。我们11月2号东超见，拜拜，回家小心。拍照吗？拍一张照。OK， 好。那么聚集一点哦。好，还有。 欢迎我们 Palace Crew 的成员。好，看一下我们中间的摄影师，耶，3、2、1。谢谢。哦，手机吗？好。来哟，好，帅哥先一张。3、2、1，耶。好，这里再一张。3、2、1。
A final few words here from Taoyuan, where the pilots emerge victorious again. And another strong performance for them. It has been pretty clear that the other 3 teams in the Plus League are finding ways to chase after the now defending champion pilots. There's the final team statistics. Points, field goal shooting, 3-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers from top to bottom. The pilots, I guess, have a little bit of work to do when it comes to their bench unit. Couldn't find that much efficiency, couldn't find that much success against the Ghosthawks bench, who play with some desperation, play with some urgency. Credit to them in that department. Well, we've broken this one as much as we probably could during regulation, as the Pilots built as big as a 27-point lead. Once again led by William Martino, whose only blemish on his stat line is a relatively low field goal percentage, but understandable, finding a lot of defensive pressure around him as the Ghosthawks try to make up for some size shortage in the front court. Well, in Plus League action, November 8th, Saturday, the Braves will host their first home games of the season, starting with the Ghosthawks on Saturday and the Yankee Arc on Sunday. And again, the Pilots this upcoming Sunday will take on the Morocco Bolts for their first East Asia Super League home game. So on behalf of Qiu Dazhong and Cai Jingjing, our broadcast partners, and FTV especially, and the teams in the Plus League, I'm Ryan Chen, and we'll see you in the next one.